Hi, I'm Amy Bruckmeyer. Today we're going to do an advanced level Pilates workout using our reformer. Let's get started and do some footwork standing in a parallel position. So let's take a parallel stance, a little wider than hip distance apart. Bend the legs and return upright. Inhale down and exhale to lift. Power through the back of the legs to return upright. As we squat down, let's keep our chest pretty high so that we can load through the back of the legs to lift and find a full range of motion squat, whatever feels good for you today. Pain-free range of motion in the knees. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, just warming up, getting the blood flowing. And 1. Let's turn and place our right foot in the center of the box. Lean forward and place hands on hips. Put all the weight in that right leg, bend the left leg in and tap it down for 1. And 2, for our mountain climber, 3. Chest is open, 4. Pull the abs in tight, 5, 6, just tap that left foot down, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Foot down and freeze, arms overhead, pull the elbows down as we lift for 1 and 2, 3. Adding the arms in, 4. Arms frame the face, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's warm up that leg, 9, and 10. Let's switch to left foot on the box. So left foot on the box, lean forward, load most of the weight into that left leg, hands on hips, knee tracking over the center of the foot. Bring that right leg in for 1, 2, mountain climber, and 3, 4, 5. Long line from head to tail, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep the chest open, 9, and 10. Leg down and freeze. Arms overhead, pull arms down, 1, and 2, 3. Warming up our legs, 4, 5. Getting the blood flowing, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's take a seat on the box and work our abdominals. Scoot forward so that you can roll back on the box and have plenty of room for your back, shoulders hanging off. Take hands behind the head, squeeze legs together, inhale back, exhale lift. I'm gonna scoot a little bit more off my box. So inhale back and exhale to lift. Abs into lower, abs into lift. Let's do 6 more here. So 1, and 2, melt back over the box. That should feel so good. And then lifting up, full range of motion, 3, and 4. Inhale back, exhale to lift. 1 more time, lift up and stay there. Flatten the low back into the box. Tap one foot down, bring it in. Tap the other foot down. Stay lifted up high and support the head with the hands. Feel work in the front of the neck. And tap and lift. Tap and lift. Low back is stable. Tap and lift. Reach arms out parallel. Keep going. Tap and lift. We're going 4 more sets. So that's 1 and 2. And tap, and lift, and 3. I love to use this box to ramp up our abdominal work, and 4, and 4. Bend the legs in, take hands behind the head. Let's reach legs out and in. Legs are pressing together, back is flat, low back, pressing into the box. 5, sorry, that's 3, and 4. I got ahead of myself, but now reach arms long and keep going for 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bend the legs in, coming up. Now we're gonna take a plank position for a little bit more warm up. So placing hands on the box, come into a plank position, straight line from head to feet, and hold. Let's take the left leg and tap out to the side and bring it in, and then the right leg, tap out to the side and bring it in. So here's our foot tap, side to side. If this feels good for you today, leave it. But if you want to ramp up the work a little, make it a little harder, let's do a jump, open and close. So whichever modification you choose, maintain that core tight, full abdominal wall pulling in, activate through the back of the legs. For another 10 count, let's just do our pattern, either step out and in, jump out and in, whatever feels good for you today. Support between the shoulder blades by pressing the chest away from the box. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a seat on the box. One more ab set, and we'll get onto our reformer. Scoot forward, roll back. Back is supported. Hands behind the head, lift up high. Remember those toe taps we did earlier? We're gonna do those, but add rotation. The knee that's up, rotate towards it, and then switch, and switch, switch, and switch. Hips are staying still, ribs are rotating, head is supported with the hands, shoulders are down. Legs are moving in a parallel track, and switch, and switch. 3 more sets, 3. Really working our abs here, 2. One more time, and switch, and switch. Bend both legs in, hold on to the knees, roll up a little higher. Double leg stretch from traditional mat. Inhale, reach, circle the arms around, exhale into a ball. Big shape, reach, exhale, circle around, small shape into the ball. Reach long, and circle around, reach. Later on in our workout, we're gonna be using our long box in this position on the carriage. So we're just warming up these movements here on the floor. One more time, and reach, circle around, roll it up. Now, let's take our long box and move it onto the machine. So let's set this up in our long box position against the shoulder blocks, high bar, and let's have 1 blue spring on. Lying face down on the box, first thing, let's stretch our abdominals. We did a big ab set, let's stretch them out. Bring the chest off the box, have the hands wider than shoulder distance, squeeze the booty to lengthen the low back. So kind of tuck the pelvis under a little bit, pull abs in. Press arms out straight, now lift up into high swan, bring the carriage into the stoppers, and then press back out, inhale. Exhale, lift up and stretch. Inhale, press out. This feels so good after we did our ab work, but also it's so important to move our spine in this direction. Straighten the back muscles and open the chest. 2 more times. Lengthen the legs out straight and tight. Pull the abs in. Press out. Now bend the elbows and straighten, keeping the rib cage grounded into the box. Abs pulling in, legs reaching long. This is only a blue spring, so if you want more challenge, do a single arm. Take one arm with you, bring it in, and then take the other arm with you and bring it in. Keep the shoulders down. As we press out on these, our shoulders want to glide up by our ears, so we have to work to slide the shoulder blades down and keep them anchored down the back as we press. Squeeze the booty to keep the hip bones pressing into the box. We're doing a weight transfer with our upper body, so we want to make sure our hips stay stable as we do the weight transfer in the upper body. Let's do one more time on either arm. We're going to even it out and go right into our arm jumps. Squeeze the legs together on this one so your feet don't hit the risers, and jump. And jump. Keep the chest open, shoulders down. For more challenge, bring arms out to T shape in midair, and then catch yourself for 5 more. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Keep that booty squeezing, and 5. Let's turn now and sit on our box so we can work the upper body. Let's take our headrest down and hold on to our short loops. If you don't have a short and long loops, just hold a little high on your straps or shorten your straps. Find a vertical spine, reach arms out parallel, ground the arms into the back. Let's start with a bicep curl with arms reaching out. So we're loading the back, we're stabilizing shoulders down and chest open. Now let's do a 2-part movement. So we're gonna do a bicep curl and then a lift overhead. So bicep curl and lift. And bicep curl and lift. The lift intensifies the work in the biceps, but it also intensifies the stability required as we pull arms overhead. So let's keep our shoulders down, bend and pull overhead. Let's do one more time. Bend and pull overhead. Now hold on high up on the ropes. Find a vertical spine, open the chest. We're gonna do a single arm row. Pull one arm back, reach the other arm out and freeze. We have shoulders stacked over ribs, over hips, one long line, and then switch it. One arm is reaching, one arm is pulling. Each time you rotate back, freeze for a moment and feel your abdominals. Feel your oblique abdominals working as you hold that rotated position. Sit bones are grounded, legs are still, but ribs are rotating. And pull on the exhale. You can pull with your elbows out to the side. You can pull with your elbows pulling straight back. As long as you keep your shoulder blades down, both modifications will work. Let's do 2 more sets. Pull. I love to do rotation. It's like wringing out the spine, like wringing out a wet towel. And pull, and pull. Placing the ropes down. Now come off the machine and walk around so you can lie face down, or scooch back a little bit, straddle the box, and lie face down. Let's do some heel beats. Open the chest, have the chest off the box, pull the abs in and turn the legs out, lift them up a little bit. Let's start beating our heels. For our breathing pattern, let's do an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Reach the arms long by the sides, and exhale, 3, 4, 5. Open the chest, exhale, 3, 4, 5. This is our rocket position. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. So we're reaching through our head and reaching down through our fingers and our feet. We've got our abs pulling in and our legs beating in towards midline. We've got an active leg position and an open chest. 2 more sets. Inhale, exhale. Last set. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Now lower down so that your head can touch the headrest. That's just to measure, to make sure our chest is off the box. We've done that. Now walk your hands up your rails. Take your thumbs with your fingers on the same side as your fingers, round the head forward. Pull the chest through the hands as you pull the chest and carriage forward, and then lower the head back down to start position. Legs are active. The reason we did these heel beats before this is to just find that active leg position, which we're still using in this exercise, and pulling the chest through the hands and return head down towards the headrest and pull through and round forward and pull. Working on opening our chests, strengthening our back, strengthening our core. Let's do 2 more times and pull through. 1 more time and pull through and lower down. Now walk up the rails and grasp on to the risers. Let's have thumbs on top of the risers, palms grasping the risers, and then pull through. 1 and 2. Let's keep our shoulders down. On this exercise, it's really easy to allow the shoulders to glide up towards the ears, but instead, let's anchor the shoulders down the back, pull in on the exhale, and let's do 5 more. And 4. To ramp this up, you can do a single arm pull. 3. I am liking double arm pull for me for today. 2. And 1 more time. And 1. Now release those risers and just ease it on in, all the way in to the stoppers. Last exercise, scooch forward on the box. Either come to your hip bones, your pubic bone, or just to the top of your thighs. I'm gonna come just to the top of my thighs. I like the way that feels for me. Rocking Swan push-ups. Activate the legs, pull the abs in and open the chest, and now bend the elbows, 1 shape down, 1 shape up. So find that back body connection as you bend and straighten the arms so that the shoulders go down and the legs lift up. The shape never changes. Straight line, head to feet. Bend and straighten. Let's do 5 more. 1 and 2. Taking advantage. 3 of this deep arm bend. And 4. You can do elbows out to the side or elbows narrow. And 5. Now straddle that carriage. Come right back up, or walk around. Come right back up. Let's take our ropes and do arm pulls with our short loops. Start, find a vertical spine, scoot back on the box, pull abs in, and reach arms out. Reach one arm up in that diagonal, the other one low, then alternate this pattern. Look towards the arm that's low, and keep the shoulders down. As our arms come overhead, we want to make sure that we keep tension out of the base of the neck. So we really want to slide those shoulder blades down to our back pockets. Work on abs in and breathing as we pull. And let's pull and pull. Stabilize the sit bones. Legs and hips are still. Abs are in. 2 more sets. Pull and pull. Keep that neck long and loose. And pull. As promised, we're gonna lie back on our box. So scoot forward on the box. Make sure you've got enough room to lie back. Roll back, bring legs to tabletop position. Bend the arms in. Let's start with an arm pull overhead. Reach. Remember, we're on our blue spring. We've got our short loop. Our shoulders are down as we reach our arms overhead, lifting into our high upper ab curl. And reach. Let's add our legs. So straighten the legs out as we reach. 1, just like earlier, and 2, and reach it long. 3, and 4. One more time, shoulders down, arms reach overhead. 5, bend it in, and rolling up. Now, let's change our box. So we're gonna move our box to our short box position. I'm gonna take my box and put it over the shoulder box because I like to have more room between the box and my foot strap. Also, let's take our bar down and let's just put on a red spring for stability and take off that blue spring. So that's just for later. So coming up on the box, let's take our foot. I've got my right foot under the strap. I've got my left leg bent. And here we are, ready to go. First, let's do a delicious stretch. So we're gonna melt down into the well, placing our elbow on the headrest. We've got our foot under that foot strap. It's holding us in. We're getting this wonderful side stretch. Feels good. If you do my videos, you know I love a good side stretch. Now let's rotate. Let's place our hands on the frame and again, hold and stretch. Ooh, another good stretch. But now let's ruin this stretch by doing a leg exercise. So take your foot that's in the strap and lift it up out of the strap, and now move that straight leg behind you so you feel your booty working. Lift your leg up and up. We've got most of our weight in our hips and legs, not very much weight in our hands. Lift and lift. Move the leg far enough behind you that when you lift up, you feel that booty every time. Lift and lift and lift. Just one more time. Lift it up, hold it. Now circle it. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Side booty, and down, round, and up. One more time. Other way for 5, and 4, and 3. Pull the abs in, 2 perfect circles. 1. Come up, take this free leg and place the knee down. Let's do a counter stretch, lifting up and stretching over. And now let's place our foot back under our strap for side lifts. This leg is bent. This straight leg is turned in slightly to fire up the booty. Hands behind the head, long line, lower down, and lifting up. Lengthen the spine to lower, and lift. Our straight leg is lifting up into that strap. That leg is active, and lower, and lift. Strengthening the muscles along the side of our spine is so important for our core strength, and lift. Let's do 2 more times. And lift. Last one, lower and lift. Now, let's keep this foot in the strap and turn to face our strap leg. We're gonna do another stretch. Scoot forward on the box, square out the hips, and now roll back. I've got my left leg up. I'm gonna take my hands behind my left knee, tuck my tailbone under, and we're gonna straighten and bend. Open the chest and pull the chest towards the thigh. We are working for this hamstring stretch. Straighten and bend. Let's do 2 more times. Straighten and bend. 1 more time. Straighten and bend. Now straighten that leg up and hold it there. Walk your hands up, pull in for another stretch. Now we've got left hand on left ankle. Let's take our right hand and hold onto the side of our box and roll back. Our foot is hooked into that strap. It's holding us in. Let's pull into this stretch first. We've got our head lifted. Now we're gonna open the leg out to the side, look down the body so we keep our head in line. We don't want the head to tilt back. Bring the leg straight up, pointing it to the ceiling, and then use that leg to return upright. Now let's turn and face the other way. So we're gonna hook the other foot under the strap and start with our fabulous side stretch where we melt over, place our elbow down on the headrest, and get this wonderful side stretch. And breathe and enjoy. Let's turn now, so we place our hands on the frame. And again, stretch, this time a rotated stretch. Still a good stretch, but rotated. Okay, we're taking our foot out of that strap, lifting that leg up and move it back. Feel that booty, let's lower it down and lift it up. 1 and 2. Keep the chest pulling through the hands. 3 and 4. Stretch the foot away. 5, so the waist stays long as the leg is lifting. And 8, 9, keep the neck long. 10, let's circle it down, around, and up. Remember, side booty is working. 2 and 3, perfect circles. 4 and 5, let's go the other way. Up and around. 2 and 3 and 4, abs are in. 5, let's rise up, place the knee down. Let's do our counter stretch, lifting up and over. Now, let's take our foot back under our strap for our side lifts. Hook that foot in, stack up the spine, internally rotate this straight leg so you already feel your side booty working, lower down and lifting up. We often feel different side to side. One side might feel easier than the other side. That's why I like doing exercises like this, because we can work on strengthening our asymmetries. Let's do 3 more times. Lower and lift. That straight leg is active. It's pulling up into the strap. We've got our shoulders down. 1 more time and lift. Let's turn and face our foot bar. Keep that foot hooked under. Tuck the tailbone under, roll back and pull that right leg, or whichever leg you have, bent into the chest and straighten and bend. Let's do 5 of these. Open the chest, slide the shoulders down, and work for it. Our hamstring stretch. Straighten and bend, and straighten and bend. Now let's straighten it up and hold it there. Let's walk our hands up the leg. Make sure hips are square. We've got right hand on right ankle. Left hand's gonna hold onto this handle. Tuck the tailbone under, roll back part way. Here is stretch number 1. We've got our head lifted. We're feeling good. Let's open that leg out to the side. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe. Keep pulling up into the strap. Then bring the leg up and use that leg to come up. Let's take our box and let's move it now so it's braced against the shoulder blocks. We're gonna do a plank series with our feet on our platform. Let's take an 11 position with the arms. So we've got our shoulders right over our elbows. Our abs are pulling in. Let's lift the knees up and then tap them down and up 5 times. We're just getting into the groove of this exercise, this neutral spine exercise, where we're powering with the legs and supporting with the abs. Lift and down. Next time, lift up, stay there, straighten the legs out and in. We're gonna do 10 of these, out and in, out and in. Straight line, head to feet, powering with the legs, supporting between the shoulder blades. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2. 1 more time, and press out, bring it in, all the way in, place the knees down. Now let's put our feet together for single leg. So we've got our legs squeezing together. Let's lift our knees up, and now bend the right leg into the chest and press out with that left leg for 5 times. 1 and 2, hips are square, and 3, abs are in, 4, working that left leg, and 5. Okay, let's switch it. Left leg into chest. 1 and 2. Press down through the ball of the feet, or ball of the foot, I should say. 4, 1 more time, and 5, and bring it in. Let's lower down. We just need to pop our bar up into a high bar position for this next exercise. And we're gonna brace our heels against the box, heels raised partway, not too high. Lean forward, place the hands on the bar, and hands are wider than shoulders. Now, let's lift the booty up and press that carriage all the way out till it hits the end. Let's position our shoulders here, and let's bend our legs in and out. Our shoulders are going to stay still, legs are moving. And pressing out, and pressing out. So upper body is stable, legs are moving in and out. We're powering with the legs, supporting with the abs, and press. Hips are even, and press. Let's do 2 more times. Press it out, and press it out. Come in, sit down. We're gonna go to single leg, reciprocal pattern. This is a way to spice up the bird dog exercise. So squeeze your legs together, lift the booty off the box, and again, press all the way out. Now from here, bend the left leg into the chest and freeze. Square out the hips and shoulders, bring the box in and straighten the left leg out behind you, and then bend it back in as you press the box out. So it's this reciprocal pattern. Let's do 5. 1, and 2, and 3. Shoulders are still. Powering with the leg. 4, and 5. Left foot down. Now let's push back out. Take the right leg in. Let's do 1 test run. Box comes in, right leg goes out, and then back into the chest. Let's do 5 more. 5, and 4, press with the heel, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Both feet in, bring the box all the way in, and sit right down on it. Okay, we're done with our box. So let's take this box, move it to the side, and we've got 1 spring change to do. We had 1 red on, let's put a blue on. So we have a red and a blue spring, we have our bar up. I'm gonna take a towel and just rest it along my carriage, and it makes it a little more comfortable for me. And we're gonna start with a bridge series. So roll on back, let's place our feet about 1 fist distance apart with our arms narrow by our sides. And let's start here and articulate up to a bridge position, pulling the abs in, lift and hold. Let's press the carriage out on the inhale and exhale to come in. We're gonna do 10 of these. Lift the hips higher as you bring the carriage in. Later on in this set, we're gonna do some single leg bridges. If you feel tightness in the backs of your knees, instead of pressing all the way to a straight leg, you could press to a 3/4 straight leg to take some of the pressure out of the knee. Just want to mention that before we get into our single leg set. So let's do 1 more time and bring that carriage in. Let's bring our feet a little closer together and take our right leg and lift it up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot, lower down and lift it up. Let's keep our carriage still. So lower and lift. We're gonna flex it down, point and lift. 2 more times, flex and point. 1 more time, flex and point. Now lift the hips higher, place the hands under your hips and bring the left foot off that bar. Let's go to our high scissors for 1 and 2. Big scissor, reach through both feet, and 3 and 3. We came off our left foot. Now let's land with our left foot right onto that bar. Place the right foot down, arms down by the sides. Let's bring the left leg up in the air, flex the foot, and lower that straight leg down and point to lift. Flex it down and point to lift. 3 more times, flex and point, flex and point. 1 more time, flex and point. Now lift the hips high, hold on to the back of the hips and lift that right leg off. Take a big scissor and let's switch it. For 1, reach the legs long, the leg that's reaching away, squeeze the booty. And 2, pull the abs in, feel your abs tight. And that's 3. Let's take that right foot, land it on the bar, left foot down, and then rolling all the way down to neutral. Let's bring our feet together. Now we're gonna get to our single leg bridge series. So let's start articulating up to bridge. Let's take the right leg and fold it into the chest. Keep it folded in as we press out and in. So on this series, if you don't want to straighten the left leg all the way, if it feels better to leave it slightly bent, then do that. out and in, keeping hips square and in. Now as we press out, reach the right leg and tap the bar and then bend it back to table. So tap it and bend. Press with the arms, keep the hips level and bend. And tap and bend. One more time. Tap and bend. Let's hold it here for can-can. Lower the tailbone down and then kick the leg up to the ceiling for 5 times. Lower and lift. Keep the carriage stable and lift. Keep the hips square. Lower and lift. One more time. Lower and lift. Keep the hips lifted. Let's switch legs. We're going to fold the left leg into the chest, square out the hips, and press the carriage out and in for 5 times. So that's 1. Here's 2. Out and in. 3 and 4. Feel those abs working. 5. Now we have our foot taps. Press out, reach and tap the left foot to the bar and then back to table. That's 1 and 2. Press with the arms and 3. Track the knee over the middle of the foot. 4. One more time and 5 and in. Let's freeze. Now lower the tailbone down to the carriage, lift up and kick the leg up to the ceiling for can-can. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and one more time and 5. Let's fold that left leg in, lift a little higher, and then roll down 1 vertebra at a time, all the way to neutral. Now, let's grab onto our long loops to get ready for short spine. Squeezing the heels together in a V-foot position. Let's have arms long by the sides. Press the legs out, squeeze tight together. Crease at the hip, and now peel the spine up towards the ceiling. Bend the knees towards the shoulder blocks, and then roll all the way back down. So let's inhale, press out, crease at the hip, and then squeeze legs together and roll up until the carriage hits the stoppers. Bend the knees in towards the shoulder blocks. Keep heels still as we peel the spine down and ground that tailbone. Pull the legs in. Press out, squeeze legs together, abs in. Press with the arms, pull in with the abs as we bring the carriage all the way to the stoppers. Let's keep tension out of our neck, and let's keep the weight in our shoulder blades. So we roll over, weights in our shoulder blades, tension not in the neck. Bend the knees down and roll down. One more time, pressing out. Crease at the hip, articulate up through the spine. Bend the knees to the shoulder blocks, and then peel the spine down and bring the heels in. Now let's go to our long spine. So press out. Now squeeze the legs together in a parallel position. Bring the legs in slightly and then peel the spine up so legs are reaching on a long diagonal, keeping tension out of the neck, weight in the shoulder blades. Separate the legs, turn them out, and then roll down. Our feet are about as wide as the frame of the machine or slightly wider. Squeeze legs together in parallel, roll up on that high diagonal, separate the legs, and then slowly roll down in our turned out leg position, reaching long through the straps. Let's do it again, legs in parallel, squeezing together as we lift up on that high diagonal, separate the legs, turned out legs, press the feet into the straps, roll down, squeeze together. Let's reverse it. Open the legs to turn out. Start peeling the spine up into that high diagonal position, squeeze together, find parallel and roll down. Push the feet into the straps. And again, separate the legs. Squeeze the booty to roll up. Squeeze legs together and press the legs away. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. One more time. Separate the legs and turn out. Peel the spine up. Keep tension out of the neck. Legs together in parallel and roll down. Let's bring our legs in. Let's hold on to our short loops and let's do some rollover. So for rollover, let's start, pull into the tension slightly with our arms and then lower our legs down so they're hovering over the bar. We are in our start position. Press the arms down to the carriage. With legs squeezing together, lift the legs up and overhead, legs parallel to the floor. Separate the legs, flex the feet, and roll down. Create opposition, heels one way, tailbone the other. Squeeze legs together, lift arms up. Let's do it again. Arms pressed down, legs up and over, reaching long through the feet, reaching through the fingers. Separate the legs, flex the feet, roll it down. Ooh, that feels good. Squeeze together. Arms lift up. Press them down and legs up and overhead. Rolling through the spine. Separate the legs, hip distance apart, feet are flexed. As we roll down, let's squeeze our legs together and lift our arms up. Let's reverse it. Separate the legs. Press the arms down with legs apart, toes pointed, lift up and overhead. Squeeze legs together. Flex the feet and rolling down. All the way down, legs are going to hover over that bar. Separate the legs, arms are lifted. Let's press our arms down, lift those legs up and overhead, squeeze together, flex the feet, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Let's do one more time. Separate the legs and lift the arms up. Arms press down, legs lift up and over, reaching through fingers and feet, no tension in the neck. Flex those feet, roll all the way down, hover over the bar, and fold the legs in. Now let's go into our Pilates 100. So hands in the short loops. Let's reach our arms down by our sides and roll up to an upper ab curl. I've got a variation for you. We're going to inhale with our legs bent for 5. Then we'll exhale and one leg goes over and one leg goes under the bar. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend it in. 3, 4, 5. Other leg on top. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll up high. Inhale. 2, 4, 5. And exhale. Reach long. 3, 4, 5. Bend it in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll up higher and reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more sets. Inhale. 3, 4, 5. And reach it long. Squeeze that booty. And inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. Add arm pumps. 4, 5. Inhale. Keep the upper body still. And exhale. Reach the arms long and legs long. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the legs in. Roll up higher. Let's roll all the way down and place our feet through the straps because we are at this time in the workout where we are going to reward ourselves for all the work we did today. So let's start. Press our legs out and let's do an open and close in a turnout position, and let's stretch. And as we open and close, let's keep the weight on the tailbone, chest open, breathing, and using these leg ropes to work through our full range of motion in our hips. Now let's turn this into our Peter Pan. So we're going to bend one leg in while one leg goes straight out to the side. Even pressure through the straps, come center, and then do the other leg out to the side. So let's alternate this pattern. Let's keep even tension in our straps. Let's keep the hips still and the tailbone grounded. And open and squeeze to midline. Each time our legs come into the center, let's squeeze them to midline. And squeeze. And squeeze. One more time. Into midline. Into midline. And now big circles. Lift those legs up. Circle around. Let's do 5 times around. Keep tension in the straps through these circles. And make it an intuitive circle. The size that feels good for you today. What feels great in your hips. What allows you to keep your back stable as your legs go low. Let's go the other way. Circling around for 5 times. And 4. And 3, 2, one more time, and 1. Let's take our feet out of the loops. Drop those loops down, hold on to the back of the legs, and roll up. And we're done. We made it. Thanks for joining me today for this advanced Pilates workout. We did a lot. We did a lot of extension. We did a lot of core work and leg work. We worked our entire bodies and we really mobilized our spines today. I appreciate that you spent this time with me. I know there's a lot of videos out there to choose from. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next workout. Bye.